Good evening, sir, and all our audiences. I am very delighted to welcome our today's guest, that is National Teachers Awardee, Mr. Madhu Babu. Madhu sir is an excellent teacher in a Zilla Parishad High School who has made learning English very enjoyable with the use of theatre as a pedagogic tool. He has created a very print-rich atmosphere in his classroom using the integrated ITC with movie maker and design animations by children. He's used individual, pair, and group work activities that continued for over the weekend. All of this has ensured excellent academic skills along with the development of self confidence and real life skills in his students. He has mobilized community resources for infrastructure upgradation and is a resource person for textbook development and a teacher trainer in his state. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Sir, starting with the first question, how do you feel when you were selected for the National Teachers Award, and what was the feeling when you received it?
Well, it's a great feeling when initially we were 42 teachers who attended the interview. From our AP, six teachers attended, and frankly speaking, each and everyone is deserved to be honored. When I heard that, actually, I was in a program working with our government for Anganwadi teachers, and that is where for spoken English videos we are going to prepare. And by that time, I was in Vijayawada in our state capital. And then, as soon as I received the news, I really felt very happy and I was on cloud nine. And even the fun thing is that there was nobody to share my happy moments during that time. I was doing shopping after my program. Yes.
Okay. So, like, what was your reaction when you finally received that award? You held that award in your hand. What was the feeling then?
That feeling, there are no words to express. No, for any teacher, when I received the state best teacher award, and I was quite happy in front of my all my family members. And this time, national award ceremony, it was a virtual ceremony. But
Yes.
the moment we are in the room, that made all our family members, and especially my sister is also a teacher, and she was there with me, and we felt very happy that that moments, those are the golden moments anybody should have, and to experience that.
Yes, sir, definitely, definitely. We all are really proud of that. And sir, can you just tell a little bit about yourself and how did you started your teaching journey? Like, how
Well,
what is your background about your teaching journey? How and when did you started it?
yes. Basically, mine is a teacher family. My father is a teacher, and
Okay.
my sister A. Ramadevi is also a teacher. And another sister, Vijay Ratnam, is also, she has completed her B.Ed. And my wife, Tejeshwari, she's also a teacher. She's working in a government school, of course, on contract basis. But the thing, what we can say is ours is a well-knitted family, whereas our brother-in-law is a lecturer, Duryodhan Rao Garu. Another brother-in-law is a headmaster. And we had such kind of experience and all kind of inputs we used to get in our family. When we meet together, we all share what is happening in your school and what is happening in your school. Like that, we used to
Yes.
have a very friendly chat. And coming coming right from the beginning, if I have to say, when I was studying, my father is a teacher. So students used to come to my home, and ours is a village, right? And Koptemburu, my village is Koptemburu. It is in Srikakulam district, where my father, fortunately, my father is also an English teacher. So students used to come, and we used to spend. I used to see what kind of why the students are coming regularly, and whenever they come after their education, also 10th class, also they used to come and they used to wish my papa, and it was something that that motivated me. However, I too want to become a teacher. That's how my journey started, and it was in 1995. Okay, so one more fortunate thing is that my father has been retired in 1995, and my sister
Oh,
and myself, both of us got posting in the same year. That was one
oh
of the
wow.
best moments, I can say.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Yeah,
That is a very happy coincidence that happened.
yes. And after that, what happened? I completed my B.Ed in 92, 93, and I started my journey in a private school where in Vijayanagaram, I worked in 1 year in Vijayanagaram and another 1 year in Balabharti, Srikakulam. So these are the best things, as a teacher, I learned many things. And though basically I'm a biology teacher, I have done
Oh,
my graduation in biology, BSc, but whereas my passion towards English, that made me to travel as an English teacher because my guru is there, that is Krishna Rao sir Balbharti, and he gave me that scope. Okay, come on, Madhu, you can, if you wish, you can teach English also to your student. That is where I started my teaching career in '93 as a private school teacher, and then in 1995 I got posting at Vonkuluru. It's a primary school. But what I
okay.
used to do is, though I was in the primary school, I used to go and teach to the 10th class students. And that's how
Oh,
my journey began. And most of the time, almost all, I have completed my 25 years of journey. And out of these 25 years, 20 years I worked in the rural areas. Like I
so
worked in
congratulations
Onkuluru.
again for
Yes.
completing 25 years of teaching.
Yes, ma'am. That's how we started. And right from the beginning, I noticed that children have a lot of fear related to when it comes to speaking English. So
Yes,
it's
yes.
everybody used to have that feel, right? So I thought that how can I make them comfortable? Then I felt that the only mantra is be friendly with them. So we used to be very friendly. We used to play language games, and we used to
Okay.
bring a lot of teaching learning materials initially, and for everything we used to encourage the students. That's how we I helped our students get that confidence to speak English. Even in the rural area background school students also, my students used to speak English fluently and comfortably without any hesitation.
Oh, that's amazing because people do feel really hesitations are there when people start speaking English. So that is amazing that you could actually convince a lot of people to speak in English. Yes, sir.
I think there is a small disturbance due to network issues.
It's okay, sir. It's
Right,
perfectly
right,
fine.
right.
So,
And
sir,
come,
yes, yes,
yeah,
go ahead.
yes, please, yes, please.
Sir, I was just asking as to
Rishika, ma'am.
what. Yes, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I was just asking what in what school are you teaching right now, and since how many years you've been teaching there, or is it a new school that you're teaching right now?
Yes. I came here in 2015. I'm working at ZP High School, Kasibugga, and ours is a big school, whereas when I came, no, it was around 650 students. Now our
Okay.
school strength is 1160. That's
Wow.
all because of our government policies and our headmaster who used to work hard for the sake of students. And we used to conduct night study hours. And here I can say 20 years where I worked in previous schools, it's one part. And these 5 years, you know, I was so much motivated and I enriched myself. I used to attend all kind of conferences, tech conferences, and I completed diploma, and I can say that in service training program at RE Bangalore. That helped me a lot. Where I want to do experiment with children, And in
Yes.
these 5 years, especially in these 5 years, and I began my journey. First of all, what I started is I started like, my English classroom. That is where we used to keep that classroom theater. And that really worked well, because what happens in a natural setting, children will be frightened or they will be scared of speaking.
Yes, sir,
But whereas
definitely.
in that theater, what we used to do, so the whole week, Monday to Friday, we used to have our regular classes. On Saturday, it is theater class, Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
And on Saturday, what we do is we give some interesting tasks to students, and we'll show some samples how to do this. And based on that, on Sunday, children used to come and perform. We used to record those videos. And the next Saturday, we used to exhibit and these videos, right? Then
Oh,
we used to show these videos. Other children used to get motivated and, sir, I'll do
def-
next time. So this is
yes, sir,
how it
definitely.
helped. So this is a wonderful journey, how it helped the children. And even basically, I collected a lot of books from RIE, and every time I go with an activity. So I collect the apples and make sentences and language games. Don't say yes, don't say no. Like saying, "Are you Rishika?" Then what do you say? You should not say yes
No.
or no. You should
Okay.
not say.
Okay, okay.
You have to say, "I'm
Okay.
Rishika," like that. So, like,
Okay, okay.
we used to have some kind of funny language games, and children used to involve with the language games. And classroom theater is really a fun experience. What I mean to say is, in a natural setting, English is all about what to say and how to say. And as you are from English medium, you are quite comfortable with speaking English, right? And
Yes,
whereas
sir.
our children are from rural background area, and we always say that English is all about what to say and how to say. Regarding what to say, they're comfortable,
Yes,
and
sir.
how to say is somewhat different for them and difficult for them. So when we used to provide a dialogue or small skits, automatically they used to use that pause and intonation and all. This
Yeah.
helped our children to speak better. That's what I
Oh,
can say.
okay. This is amazing. Like, you've told that you have used a theater method to theater classes to increase the enthusiasm in the class, to make people more comfortable with speaking. So when you first introduced it, what was the reaction of the people around you? Did they encourage it? Did they welcome it with open arms, or what was their reaction?
Initially, it is something like, no, it's experiment and it is innovative. And for the first 1 month, actually, basically, what I do exactly is, for first 1 month, I'll give basics to the students. Like, I'll begin with basics, like coming from I'm Madhu, I am from, I'm happy, I'm sad. I'll give all kind of inputs, and at the same time talking about past, talking about everyday life, talking about future plans. This is
Okay.
how I give basics first. And when everybody, we have so many photo frames and cards and activity cards and all. Initially, even our HM sir used to also come and visit, and he used to see what he is doing in this room. Okay, even students used to come whenever they used to have time. They used to come to language lab and my room, and they used to have, and even basically others also will have. Why all the students are always with Madhu sir and all? Then the only the thing is, I got some kind of some problems also initially. Most of the time, students used to come to my class and they used to be there. They used to spend a lot of time. Even Sundays also they used to come. And one fine morning our HM sir came directly to the room, and I didn't know
Okay.
why he came. He came, and all the students, some of the students are in front of the system. For some of the
Yeah.
students, I'm giving coaching. You have to do like this, and you have to do like this. And he went. And one day, he was saying, "Sir, actually, why I came is the reason is others were saying what exactly is happening in the language labs. So I came to there to confirm what exactly is happening." So this is how we'll get ups and downs, and every time we will have that from our colleagues also. However,
Definitely.
later on we got good support, and my students is I can say that they are big asset for me, because, and our parents also, they used to believe us. And whenever the progress used to be there, whenever we do a video, we used to share in the group, we used to share to their parents, and they used to feel a lot of happy, like, when a child is able to speak fluently for, they
Yes,
used
sir.
to conduct interviews to me. I can share some of the interviews also.
Oh,
They are
wow.
very comfortable with me and they can conduct interviews. So these helped a lot, and it gave me confidence also. And when children are doing better, nobody can question. So this is how it
Definitely,
went.
definitely.
Initially, I had some tough time, but later on, it
Okay.
was quite common. That's the thing.
So, trust of your students and definitely support of your colleagues made it possible.
Yes, and my students, and I can say parents also,
Yes, sir. Definitely,
and
definitely.
some of my colleagues, they are quite friendly and they used to encourage me. Without their support, and I can say our HM Anantarao garu sir, he used to encourage that. Usually Sunday classes means nobody will allow.
Definitely.
There may be some risks also, right? So that trust and that help I got my from my headmaster. That helped me a lot. Not only here, in previous schools also, like my friend Ravi, and he's our HM, and Krishna Prasad sir. In every school, I used to get that support. We worked together and we used to show the results. We used to give quality things in our classroom. So that's how we
Definitely.
got it.
Yes, so sir, since you're an English teacher and as you've said, you've spent past 25 years teaching in rural areas. So, being the English teacher, what were the challenges faced by you when you first started teaching it, and how did you just overcome all those challenges? And are there still any of those challenges that you're facing?
Still we have. Right. So the first thing what we do is initially, as I told you, or for any teacher, what we can do is uh, forget the other subject first. I mean the syllabus and all. And if we can give some basic classes for our students for 30 days, and after that everything will be okay. This is what strategy I used to follow. And one more thing, usually what I do is first sixth class students, whenever they come new, they newly join in our schools, I'll take that batch and I'll find out and I'll give the cards and I'll see whether they are able to read or not. And I'll ask some small questions and I'll ask them to tell about introduce yourself, and we'll give
Okay.
some cards how to introduce, like 10 what you can or what you can't. Like I'm Madhu, I am from, I can, I can't, and my favorite game is, like this we give some basic things, and there we begin and we'll give the confidence. And the next thing is that for the first class I'll give like imperatives. I'll focus on major on imperatives because the language structure is same, but it has different
Yeah,
functions. Like have a cup of coffee, try this mobile, beware of dogs.
definitely.
Okay, take this and go take left, go straight. Number of language functions are there. So we used to give confidence like positive and negative. Come to school, don't come
Okay.
late. Like that. We used to give a letter, then they used to say in a positive and a sentence. This is how we used to focus. And the other area regarding pronunciation, it is somewhat challenging for our rural area children. For that,
Definitely.
what we did was we used to give phonic drills like a fat cat sat on a black man's black hat. Like that, do you feel fear or cheer when you see your deer near CMR? So, based on that rhythmic drills and tongue
Yeah.
twisters, we used to give so that helped them to improve their pronunciation. Then we used to give story pictures, a card, story cards, pictorial books, and this they used to read and they used to understand. And another major focus was it's all about conversations. We
Yeah.
used to play simple mini dialogues. Suppose when I teach anything, I used to go with five kinds of sentences. Like first beginning with yes or no question. Did you go to movie yesterday? Oh no, I didn't go to movie. Then where did you go? I went to my friend's house. Didn't you go to movie yesterday? Oh no, I couldn't go. So this is how we used to give small five sentences with mini dialogues,
Yeah.
and where you can see, yes or no question and a negative sentence, WH
Yeah.
question and a positive sentence, and then a negative question. So this is how we used to teach them, and later on we used to help a lot to the children in this way, so that once they get the confidence, like talking about past, talking about everyday lives, talking about future plans,
Yeah.
and framing questions. I used to give all the
Definitely.
basic things they required. This is how, these are the challenges, especially. And even I can't say that
Okay.
all the students are able to speak better. And even there are so many students who can't read, who can't speak, right? But still, we are trying. And we follow one strategy like smart student, like that, smart teacher, smart student. What exactly we do
Yeah.
is, imagine that in our bench, in one bench, five students will be there, whereas one student will be there, she or he will be the leader, and then they have to monitor the entire batch. This girl or boy can speak better, and the peer
Okay.
learning is better, because I'll give a lot of activities. If they help their friends, they can do wonders. This is how we are doing. This is the biggest challenge still now in rural areas. Reading and pronunciation is the biggest challenge, I can say. And the other one, speaking, and most of the students even today, they are tongue tied and they will be fumbled. For that, what we are
Yes,
doing
sir.
is, yes, we are using jumps, just a minute activities, and we'll give interesting
Okay.
activities to the students. Like talk about your favorite hero, the best memory you had, the best time you spent with your family, friends, and what would you do if you have 1 lakh rupees. These kind of activities we
Oh,
give,
okay.
and we say about my ideal teacher or my ideal job or house or school, how it would be. And whenever we give any kind of activity, what I give is, I supply the structure, sentence pattern. These are the sentence patterns required for this thing. So these patterns used to help a lot. And then once, I, as I told you that ICT integrated classroom, we
Yeah.
give this activity, and just a minute, the counter shows, and they will be telling, and later on we can manage the class in this way while integrating ICT also. And there are so many tools that we are using, and children love those activities. And when they show their faces on the screen, wow, that's how they feel, and these are
Yes, sir.
helping a lot.
So, sir, definitely like using these innovative methods, I think you are today able to make a lot of people speak English and be an amazing speaker. Sir, so during this whole pandemic,
Yes.
since last year till now, I don't think so the schools have opened yet. So till during this whole pandemic, how did you reach out to the students virtually? How did you taught them? What I mean, how did you try to keep up the same enthusiasm that you used to give in the offline classes? Like in offline classes, they were doing a lot of fun activities. So, how did you try and manage to keep the same enthusiasm during this whole virtual class?
Yes. And last year we faced tough time, not only we, everybody. And
Definitely.
during that time, what we did and I did, especially with the help of our head, HM sir, what we did was, first we conducted Google Meet with all our teachers. And fortunately, the fortunate thing is that initially only we used to have groups. Okay, we used to
Okay.
have WhatsApp groups for every class, boys a different group and girls a different group. So in our school, there are 30 teachers. So every teacher is allotted for one class, right?
Okay.
So they used to manage, and we used to call the parents, and we used to ask their comfortable timings. And during this whole pandemic, that helped me. Even I learned a lot of tools also with the help of Universal Teacher Academy and on Diksha platform, and our APSCRT Digital Education Department. We learned several tools, and with these, we used to send worksheets, we used to send 1 minute videos, right? So, what we used to do is, whatever we used to create. You can see this is my in my I am right now in my home only. You can see the
Okay.
atmosphere like it will be like studio, right? So
Yeah.
we used to record videos, and then we used to share these videos topic wise and class wise. And once for 2 or 3 days, I design a lot with the PowerPoint presentations and all, with a lot of animations. And funnily, even I spent some money, and I got one video board robo software also. With
Okay.
that, children love animations, and we
Yeah.
used to give their pictures, their names, and that way, we used to share all the videos and worksheets. And whenever they used to have time, they used to watch. And for 10th class students, every day evening, we used to invite one teacher. I'm in the class teacher, right? So I used to invite all the other teachers like Shanmukha sir, Gurumurthy sir, and all our friends.
Yeah.
Today you have class. We used to share the link, and in the evening, students used to join, and they never felt that they are out of the school, because children used to share for 10 minutes. I used to allot, let them talk. So with
Yeah.
this, they used to feel very happy, and they used to meet everybody virtually, and this helped me a lot. And last year, our children did better, and maybe this year also, we have to follow the same strategy. The time is
Definitely.
alarming, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
we have now. We are quite confident because we have WhatsApp groups so that we can share, and our children are well versed with Google Meet and all. Even they used to help the teachers like how to share the screen also. So
Okay.
these are really, I can say that it did so many fantastic things for our children. They are learning better. They are progressing better.
Yes,
So we
sir.
are not worried. We are not worried. We are giving the confidence. And as you are saying, how can you make them enthusiasm, right? First
Yes, sir.
thing, they can meet everyone. And number
Okay.
two, every time when I go, I'll go with an activity. I'll show some good visuals and come on. All right. What is your comment on this picture? Right. And we
Okay.
used to show
Yeah.
animated videos. And we used to have Kahoot games also, right? Kahoot is a
Yes, sir.
game, and we used to
Okay.
share worksheets, and we used to have spellbook games. In this way, we used to, um, you know, uh, children, if they say today we have 6 to 7 I mean, Google Meet class, they used to come. And of course,
Okay.
among 50 students, we used to have 50 students, but 30, 35. It's a good
Definitely,
strength,
sir.
I think. Yes, this is
Yes,
how
yes,
we used to
definitely,
do.
sir. So, sir, there's one person from the audience who has asked a question to you, that what is your suggestion to the teachers who follows the traditional methods of teaching?
Right. Good question, actually. So I can say that nobody can replace a traditional teacher, but
Definitely.
now we are living in the 21st century, and to address the students' needs, you should mix both traditional and ICT, because
Yes.
in so many classes, what happens? You can't show or prove many things directly. Whereas within 1 or 2 minutes, you can show the impact, the leaf, TS, or any experiment easily using ICT and all. So I can say that the traditional teacher, if we can combine with our ICT things, we can do wonders. That's what I feel.
Okay, sir. I think sir has gotten his answer. So, sir, what is the one thing that you expect the most from your students? Like, since you're an English teacher, you've been teaching for past so many years, so there
Yes,
might be some expectations that you would have from your students. So, what is that one thing that you expect the most from your students?
right. And I really feel, and what I expect is my students should be in a position to converse, you know, comfortably with others.
Yeah.
We can classify the students in two ways, like, those who know English and those who don't know English.
Yes. Okay.
See, those who know English are always in upper hand, right? I don't
Definitely.
want my students. to be in a lower strata. So this is
Okay.
the best thing. What I expect is all my students should be in a position to speak well, and they should be in a position to communicate well, because all the knowledge in the world is useless if we can't communicate in a way that others can understand. So
Yes.
my expectation from my students is they should communicate well with others, and they should settle well in their positions, because I always motivate them by saying English is a passport for employment. So this is how I do.
Yes, sir,
Right.
definitely. Definitely. So,
And I also say one thing, like, I motivate my students by saying a small stories, right? So
okay.
let's listen how we can do that. Imagine that
Definitely.
once a cat is chasing a rat, and what the rat did was it ran and ran and entered into a hole. Now, who is safe?
Okay.
The rat is safe, right? And who is hungry? Poor cat.
The cat.
Now, the cat. Now, what did the cat do was the cat suddenly got an idea and it said, bow wow. Now, what happened? The rat thought that the cat has gone. It came
Yeah.
out suddenly. Unfortunately, it was in the in the mouth of cat.
Okay.
Then, what is the moral from this story? Like this, we can say, like, if you know one language, like saying meow meow, maybe that cat would not have got food, right? So it learned the
Yeah.
other language, like bow wow, so it got food, right? So that's how
Yes.
we used to help the students, motivate the students by telling small stories, inspirational stories, and this is how we can do.
So this is an amazing method to motivate and encourage the students.
Yes,
So being a teacher, when was the time when you were really proud of yourself? I mean, I think being presented with the most prestigious award, it would have been the most proud moment. But we'd
of
like to
course.
know, apart from that, apart from being presented with the National Teachers Award, what was your most proudest moment?
Right. Uh, Last year, the best thing when I felt very proud was my students went to Ravindra Bharati Auditorium, where it is interstate meet. They used to write this debate and essay writing competition. And in that, uh, when I heard that my students got state best in essay writing competition in English, that was the
Okay,
best moment I can say. And
definitely.
the other thing, whenever my students used to participate in any kind of competitions, like especially in debates and all, and they used to make out that they used to say, oh, are you Madhu sir student, right? Then how they used to make out means the way the mannerism, the body language,
Yeah.
how our students speak, and this is how I used to feel very happy. And one more video got got good response, like with best memories from our school children, where I used to sit and my students are just like angers, right? So Yamuna Sri and Rashmika, there are so many students. They used to conduct interviews, and I used to get a lot of applause from my teachers and colleagues and friends, several people. And that I can say that, oh, your students are doing really well. Are they government school children? That's the question they used to ask.
Yes,
Then
sir.
I used to say, if we support and if we spend some time with our children, it doesn't make any difference whether that student is a government school or a private school student. That is the power of Sarkari school students, right? And they
Yes,
used
sir.
to show, they used to show, and they used to witness. And really, I used to feel those are the best things that I can say that I feel very proud about my students. And previous year in 2017, um, out of 42 students, 28 students got 10 GPA in English. 28. See,
Wow.
out of 42, 28 students got 10 GPA in English. That is what the best moment, and I can say that.
Yes, so
There are many.
definitely
There are many.
it is pretty visible from your face and your expressions that how
Yes.
proud all of these things are to you. So the major issue that a rural area student faces is or a rural teacher or a rural school faces is the issue of enrollment. So,
Yes,
what all measures did you take or have you taken in order to increase the enrollment of in your school?
great. Very good question. And that is how we used to begin our journey, actually. So,
Okay.
with the help of our headmaster, and what we do is every year long, we used to conduct so many activities in our school. And whatever the activities we are doing with children, we used to prepare brochures. And I used to take
Okay.
part while designing. Maybe I used to take 1 month, and we used to, design wonderful posters with all the activities and with all our achievements, like maybe you can say triple IT achievements, results achievements, all these activities we used to go to the public, right? We used to go
Okay.
to the brochures, and we used to do, even I used to take one mic also, and we used to shout like anything. We used to do campaign, and people used to come, and we used to motivate all the parents. And simply by without any achievement, if you go to the parents, they won't believe and they won't trust. But that
Definitely.
credit goes to our headmaster and my team, like our headmaster's team. We used to have like 10 or 15 or 20 teachers every day. During summer we used to go to the villages. Okay.
Okay.
So last year what happened, it's not, there was no possibility to go to villages. So with through social media, through YouTube videos, we used to create, and we used to, it became like viral. And you can't imagine, without any publicity, without going any kind of to their houses. Last year also, before our school began, we got 150 admissions through online only, right? So that
Okay.
is because I can say of our government schemes, Nadu, Nedu,
Yes.
and all these schemes, like our government that is initiatives
Yeah.
like Awardee, and all these things help. And at the same time, what we did was we used to take it into the public and to the parents. So
Definitely.
enrollment, as you said, with the help of our headmaster and some of our teachers, by using social media and brochures and audios, we used to use every opportunity to go into the public. And we used to be like challenging. We are in twin towns for the past 3 years. We are getting 10 GPS. Of course, last year we didn't because there were no exams. But for the past
Yeah.
3 years, we used to be the mandal and constitution level toppers in our district. 7
Obviously,
GPA,
that
3, 4,
that
like that.
is
That's the thing.
that is just such an amazing news because the level of dedication that you and the whole team of all
Yes,
the government schools do is just unimaginable, and the pain that you take to go out in the public and get as many students as you can so that you are the one who can help them to be better in future. So, sir, I think there's one more question for you from the audience. So it goes like, are all skills of English, that is reading, writing, listening, and speaking, are needful for communication skills?
right. Very good question, actually. So I can say that all the four skills are important. How it begins is listening is a key to the open the doors of learning a language. So if you listen more, you can speak better, right?
Yeah.
And if you read more books, you can write better. So communication, we say like oral communication and written communication. And when it comes to oral communication, definitely you have to improve your listening skill, right? And listening and speaking, they both go hand in hand. Whereas
Yeah.
if your communication should be written communication should be better, means you have to read a lot of journals and a lot of like newspapers, articles, and different kinds of genres. So basically speaking, my students oral communications are better because my focus is on oral communication rather than written communication. However,
Okay.
to improve that written communications also, we give interesting conversations, some kind of, like autobiography of a mobile and like this, and give
Okay.
something interesting to the children, right? So
Yeah.
simple, like, give some creative activities like may I walk, like this is the talk of a butterfly. May I walk, may I walk. With beauty may I walk. With beauty in front of me may I walk. With beauty beside me may I walk. With beauty behind me may I walk. With beauty all around me may I walk, may I walk. In the same way, we used to shift it like may I talk, may I talk, right?
Okay.
So give this kind of activities, so improve their communication. And definitely, if they want to speak better, they have to listen to number of like this kind of interviews, or they should focus on
Yeah,
interviews,
definitely.
and then they can communicate better. The best thing is interview any celebrity or any person, so that definitely they can improve their communication skills. However, they have to focus on, I always say that law, looks, actions, and words, right?
Okay.
When you want to communicate something, look at your audience, and then you use actions like gestures and then words, right? And always, one more tip for to improve their communication skills is, we all everybody likes and loves skills, and that's what we say, like, keep it short and simple. Your communication
Yeah.
should be keep it short and simple. So like this, we help our children to improve their communication skills. No doubt in that, if you are able to achieve all the four skills, wonderful, you can master everything. But
Yes.
remember, unless or until you improve your listening skill, you can't speak. That I can challenge. There are so many students who can write number of pages and pages, but when we ask them to speak, no, they can't.
No.
They'll be tongue
Yeah.
tied. So I can say that
Definitely.
listen, and whenever you get an opportunity, you speak. That is the only strategy to improve their communication skills.
Okay, so in short, listening is the most powerful tool in order to improve
Yes,
your communication skills.
that is the first thing I can say.
Yes, sir. Sir, so moving towards the end and the last question of today's interview. As everybody knows, sarkarischool.in is a platform where we try to put forward the government schools and invite the government school teachers to share their experience and their part. And we also try to give a platform to everybody who's trying to make a change in the society. So, what do you have to say about this initiative? Like, would you like to say something about our organization as well?
Well, frankly speaking, the first thing when I saw an interview from your organization, Sarkari School, right? And
Yes.
I felt that why I was not invited, right? So when I
Okay.
got the call from ma'am, I really felt very happy because, oh, I too got the chance. There are so many teachers who are doing well in the ground level.
Definitely.
There are so many, right? I can say that not only as national best teacher awardees, and I can say there are so many teachers who are doing well in the ground level. I have so many friends like Kodandram sir from Nellore, and there are so many teachers who are doing marvelous job on the field level.
Yes, sir.
Venu, and my friends are doing a good job. And of course, this is some honor, and we are getting the opportunity. And what Sarkari School, your organization is doing better is encouraging the and helping the government school children, and especially the teachers and their works, unless or until the outreach, whatever it is happening in some schools. And if we help, and the best thing I can say, the public and the social media and on YouTube, as on Twitter, it's available everywhere. So now
Yes, sir.
everybody has got access. I'm sure that maybe if we can, with the help of Sarkari schools, if we can encourage or inspire one or two teachers or more than 5 or 10, that's enough. That's a great job
Yes,
you
sir.
are doing. And even while, see, I was preparing a lot actually, what I should say and how should I say. So even I was worried, and network issues, lighting, and some of the
Yeah.
things are there. But even you all made it comfortable and possible with the help of your team.
Thank you so much, sir.
That was really amazing, and I really love the way you are doing, and hope you have to do a lot. And even in some sessions, you can work for our students also, like on some topic, by giving some topic.
Yes.
If you can think that this teacher is he can help the students like the way they for their presentation skills or communication skills or math or science in any way. After you have been interviewing many successful teachers, right? So if you have noticed any kind of some positive things, based on that positive things, again you can conduct one small show,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And after this may I think that this is a wonderful move, and we really love the way you are doing, and we are very grateful to the Sarkari School, I mean your .com and all your organization is doing a tremendous job, and hope more students and more teachers will be benefited with this kind of talks and shows and inspirational talks. And even like talking with you or with your people, and it helps us a lot, so we can organize another show or interview with our students also. And this will
Definitely,
be
definitely, sir.
this will be a big motivational factor for us. And after showing these videos, our children will be very happy. So whenever there is a special show, they feel very happy, especially my students and many of
Yes,
my
sir.
teachers. Right.
Yes, sir. Definitely, definitely, sir. We are definitely going to work on that. And we are very delighted and we are very pleasure to have you here with us. And thank you so much, sir, for giving your time and all your energy to this interview. And it was really, I feel really happy that I got the chance to conduct your interview. And thank you so much, sir, for being this patient and for giving us or sharing all of your experiences with us. And I think you've helped a lot of people today in the audience as well. So thank you so much, sir. And I think we'll have to end the live here. And
Thank you. Thank you,
we
Rishika ma'am. Thank you, Rishika ma'am.
thank you,
You made my talk and very easily and comfortable, the way you're always like, cheerful and smiling. And definitely whatever the questions you ask, and I tried to give my best, and you made me comfortable. Thank you so much. And
thank you
once
so
again,
much,
I
sir.
thank the Sarkari organization for conducting such wonderful programs for the welfare of our public. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. We wish to have you on our platform again very soon. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.